This tutorial will explain how to do adjustments, income statement, and balance sheet portion of the worksheet. Our trial balance is complete. Both debits and credits are equal. So let's go ahead and do adjustments. So if office supplies inventory has a balance of $343.42, we need to subtract that from the current balance that we have on our worksheet. So let's take that balance. We're going to go in the adjustments column, and we're beginning with adjusting our supplies. This is office supplies, so you should be in row 14, and we're going to credit. So we're going to take the current balance, we're going to subtract the balance that's left, and that's going to give us our adjustment. Now remember, you have to go down to the corresponding expense. So you need to find office supplies expense, and then you're going to equal the same amount. So you need a credit, and then you're going to debit the corresponding expense. So now we're ready to do the next one. Supply store, $309.41, same process. Take the current balance, subtract what is left, bring that down, find the expense, and again match the corresponding expense. Insurance is $3,000 left. So we're going to take the current balance minus $3,000, and that's our adjustment. Again, find the corresponding expense, which is insurance up here, match, enter. So those are the three adjustments to our supplies and insurance. Merchandise inventory has a balance of $167.46. We started with $169. So obviously our merchandise inventory has decreased. So we're going to do equal 169 minus 167.46, and that is our, let me just make sure I did the math here. I'm missing 1 0. Should be 3 zeros. And that is our adjustment for merchandise inventory. We are going to credit because merchandise inventory has decreased. So this actually should say debit and credit. So we're going to credit, and then remember, for merchandise inventory, the matching account is income summary. So you have to put the same amount as a debit to income summary. Let's do the next adjustment. Uncollectible accounts are 1% of this number. So we have to take that number and multiply it by 1%. And that is going to go as a credit because it's a contra account to accounts receivable. So again, we're going to take 1% of 158,900 times 1%, and then find the corresponding expense and debit, which is the uncollectible accounts expense, and match it up. And there's the uncollectible accounts expense. Depreciation. You don't have to do any calculations. Enter the value exactly as it's listed. So $3,890 for office. So depreciation again is a credit. $3,890 for office. For store, $3,460. Again, find the corresponding expense. So go all the way down. Depreciation office. Match it up. Depreciation for store. And match it up. So now our adjustments are completed, And now we're going to go on and complete income statement portion and do the federal tax expense. So let's go ahead and extend balances. Remember, we're going to start with, on the income statement, you start with income summary. So we're going to move all the balances over, starting with income summary. So you want to be, and make sure you match debits and credits. So this is going to be a debit. This is going to be a credit for sales. Then we're going to take all these, and you can just copy them down, fill handle. Now we have some credits here that we have to bring down. Again, all you are doing is moving over balances. We have some debits here we have to move down. Remember, all expenses are debits. So we're going to move that down. We have some adjustments. Can't forget adjustments. They're all debits as well. Make sure you're in the right column. So we have to move these over. Again, they're all debits. And then we're just continuing to fill handle everything down. Pretty much most of the amounts on the income statement are going to be debits. There's only 3 credits that you're going to have. So copy that one down. Again, these are all debits. So you want to copy everything down. And let's put this one in as well. So you should have just 3 amounts in the credit column. Zoom this in so you can see better. So again, you should only have sales and the 2 contra accounts to purchases. And everything else is going to be on the debit side, starting with income summary. So now we are ready to do our sum. We need to do the amount before taxes so we can do our tax expense. So we're going to go ahead and move that down, and then we're going to do the same thing here. And we can see that there's income because the credit column is greater than debit. So whenever you see that, you know it's income. So let's see what our income before taxes is going to be. So you subtract the 2 amounts, and that is the number we're going to work with. So it's under $100,000. So we need to use our table. So we know the first $50,000 is charged at 15%, which is $7,500. We know that the next $25,000 is charged at 25%, which equals $6,250. So now we are at $75,000. Our amount is $89,938. So we have to take that amount and subtract 75,000. Oh, too many zeros. Let me take that one out. All right, so that is the amount that we're going to charge at 34%. So I'm going to take 34% times this number, because that's the third rate. So anything above 75,000, the next rate is 34%. And let's make sure we do this correctly. So again, I got to put an equal sign here and multiply by this number. And I get $5,079.06. So again, one more time. The first $50,000 is always $7,500. The next $25,000 is always $6,250. If you are under $100,000, whatever the difference is, you're going to multiply by 34%. If you're over $100,000, then you're going to have 4 rates. You're going to have 34%, and then you're going to have the next rate over 100. But in this case, we are under 100,000, so we are multiplying the difference. And you see right here, I took the full amount, I subtracted 75,000, that's what was left, and I multiplied it by 34%. So now I can add all these up. So I'm going to take this amount plus that amount, and plus that amount. 3 taxes. And that's my total tax expense. So I need to add up all 3, and I get $18,829.06. My estimated is $18,000, so I didn't pay enough. $829.06 I still owe to the federal government because I only paid $18,000. That's the adjustment. So let's go ahead and plug that into our adjustment column. So we're going to put that in as a debit to our expense. So you got to be in the adjustment column in the debit column right here. So we're going to put that in as a debit. And again, it's $829.06, the difference, because again, 18, this number minus what we already paid is the difference. That's what we still owe. We estimated $18,000. We still owe $829.06, and go back up to the credit column under federal income tax payable and put the same amount in, $829.06. And now you can go ahead and finish your income statement. So now this is obviously going to be these two together. Your balance should have adjusted. And now let's figure out what our income is. So take the credit minus the debit, and that is our income. Just sum this down, and then again it should equal that column. So now we have completed the income statement portion, and we have calculated the federal income tax expense. Let's go ahead and do the balance sheet. So we're just going to plug in, start with cash, and copy down all the way to accounts receivable. Now your next amount is a credit. They're both credits. You have to add them together. So we're going to go ahead and add them, 2 credits. The next one are all going to be adjustments. We're going to take the merchandise inventory, subtract the adjustment. That's the new balance. And we're going to do the same all the way down to office equipment. So you can pretty much fill handle all the way down to office equipment. And then we have this amount. We have depreciation. We have to add these two together. They're the same, 2 credits. And now we have store equipment. And now we have another depreciation. Again, just pay attention. Whenever there's 2 credits, you add them together. In this case, you had to subtract. So just think before you complete. Here's accounts payable. It's a credit, so make sure it goes in the credit column. So there's accounts payable. All of these actually will be credits now. This is a credit. And then you can just fill handle pretty much all of these down. They're going to be all credits up until we get to dividends. And dividends is going to be a debit. And that completes the balance sheet portion of this worksheet. So we're going to go all the way down. We're going to sum. Again, this column. We're going to go here and sum again. So you're going to do your sum. And now make sure the difference is the same. So we're going to do equal. Take the debits minus the credits. And look, it equals. We did it correctly. And that's how you complete a worksheet. So when you do your own worksheet, follow my instructions. Use this video to help you. Take your time and complete according to instructions.